Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another DC comic review, and as you can see here, I am reviewing World of Krypton issue 3. Now let's jump into first things first. Does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that's happening inside of the story? Sure enough, it does, but I give it a low 6 out of 10. Now I'll show you some art around the beginning, middle and end of story, which we also get to see what's also happening in the story. Now do take note that this is issue 3. A World of Krypton by Robert Venditti. Now, moving into the beginning of the story, or some art around the beginning of the story, we see some things happening in regards to the House of Kal-El, or the House of Al. I'll now jump towards the middle. As we jump towards the middle of the story, we've got Zod here, and also again, back to seeing some of the members of the House of Al, plus a bit of a jury of sorts happening, and we get a bit of a location here at the Science Council, as they're also discussing some of the things that are happening with the planet, and last but not least, some of the art towards the end. For the internal art in this issue, I decided to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, but there is some great art that Michael Avon Oeming can actually do some really great stories in, but I just felt in this instance of storytelling it sort of slipped a bit. So now it's time to move in regards to the story rating. So starting off with first things first, this story provided any previous comic book references as to some of the things that are happening inside of the story? No, it didn't. Jumping into the area of time, did we get any indication of time of when some of these events were taking place? And no, we didn't. Like time throughout the day, none at all. Like, one way I think this story could probably be done is if it was written in a way to which, even though there are 6 issues to this series, it could probably be presented in a way in the series to sort of like a countdown to Krypton's destruction. And I think that would make the story a little bit more interesting. And in that, it would give a little bit more depth and essence to the story. So moving into the next thing, we've got the locations, which is Krypton, the Science Council, and we also return to the Jewel Valley, which, if I remember, the Jewel Valley is also the place to which they learnt of those dying species of animal. The cast of characters consisting of Kara, Zod, Jor-El, and last but not least, we also had Krypto. The overall rating for this story isn't going to be very high once again, but a 6.5 out of 10. Let's see where the next issue takes us. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.